Hi, boys and girls. So I'm going to do the review for topic 15. There are 10 questions, okay? And this is just about everything we've learned this week. So question 1 says, which is the most common weight of these textbooks? So if we look at our chart, it has weight of textbooks, pounds, okay? So we have all these numbers. So the best thing to do is go through each number and see how many times you see it appear, because we're looking for the most common one, okay? So I'm going to take the first one I see, 4 and 1/4. I'm going to put it over here, 4 and 1/4. And I'm going to see how many times it appears. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm going to write 5 next to it. Next one, I have 3 and 1/2, so I'm going to do the same thing. So 3 and 1/2, I'm going to see how many times it appears. Okay, and I'll do this one in blue. 1. Okay, looking for 3 and 1/2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, next one I have is 2 and 1/2, so I'm going to do that. 2 1/2. 1, 2. Okay, just 2 times. The next one I have is 3 and 3/4. Okay, so 3 and 3/4. And it comes 1, 2, 3. Okay. Next one I have is 4. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, and the last one is 2 and 3/4. Okay, which is just 1. Okay, so now I need to see which one's the most common. So which one has which one shows up the most times. Okay, if I look for the biggest number, I have 6, so it's 3 and 1/2. Okay, because it has the biggest number 6, so that means it shows up the most times. And if I look at my answers, I do not have it, but it says not here, so I'm going to circle D. Okay. Number 2 says, if a dot plot were used to represent this data, how many dots would be placed above the zeros? We want to know if it's a dot plot was used, how many dots would be placed above 0? Okay. So I'm going to make my dot plot. And I'm going to make a line right here. Okay. And the biggest number I have is 4. Okay, so it means it goes from 0 to 4. So I'm going to label it 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now I'm going to go and see how many each have. So for zeros, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to write 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put a 4 on top. For 1, I have 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to write 1, 2, 3. Put a 3 on top. For 2, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put a 5 on top. For 3, I have 1, 2. Put a 2 on top. And for 4, I just have 1. Okay. But they're asking how many dots would be above 0. Okay, so for 0, it's 4. My answer is D, 4 dots. Okay. 3 says, if a frequency table were created for this data set, what tally marks would there be for cartoons? So tally marks for cartoons. Okay. So if I'm making a frequency table, okay, so I'm going to label them. Well, I'm going to make a frequency table. So the first I have is sports. So I'm going to do sports. Okay. And then I have cartoons. Then I have game shows. And then I have sport. I already put sports. And then I have sitcoms. Okay, and I'm going to make a line. And I'm going to put how many tallies I have for each one. Okay. And then let me erase this. Okay. So now for sports, I'm going to cross them out. I have 1, put a tally, 2, another tally, 3, another tally, 4, another tally, 5. Okay, so I have 5. For cartoons, I have 1 tally, 2, I have another tally, 3, another tally, 4, another tally, 5, I have 5 tallies, and another one, 6. Okay, for game shows, I have 1 tally, 2, 3, okay, and that's it. And for sitcoms, I have 1, okay. But they are looking specifically for cartoons. I have 6 tallies, and it's going to look just like that. That is B. Okay, 4 says, which is the most common speed of animals on this dot plot? Okay, so this is a dot plot. I'm looking for the most common speed. Okay, so most common is the one with the most dots. Okay, but before I'm going to label them. So 20, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have a 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the one with the most numbers, the most dots, is 30 miles per hour. It's C. Okay, number 5 says a zoo has 5 kinds of snakes. How many more rattlesnakes than cobras, does a zoo have? So keywords here are how many more and then. Okay, when it says that, we are going to subtract. And it's even comparing two things. It's comparing rattlesnakes to cobras. Okay. So I'm going to see how many times they appear. Okay, I'm only looking for rattlesnakes and cobras. So I'm going to see. So let's do rattlesnakes. I have rattlesnake. And I'm going to put how many times, I'm going to put tallies for how many times I see it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, that's rattlesnake. And then for cobras, I'm going to put tallies again. 1, 2. Okay, so I have 2. So I have 5 and 2. So now I'm going to subtract. So I'm going to do 5 minus 2, and I get 3. Answer is A. Okay, 6 says the stem and leaf plot shows high temperatures. Stem and leaf plot shows high temperatures in Millville for 2 weeks. What is the difference between the highest and lowest temperature? So it's telling me that I have a stem and leaf plots right here. And I'm looking for the keyword difference. That means I'm going to subtract. I'm looking for the difference between the highest and the lowest temperatures. Okay? So remember, the stem is my tens place. The leaf is my ones place. So, and it tells you here my key is 4/1. So 4/1 equals 41. So this equals 41. The 4 and the 3 equal 43. The 4 and the 5 equal 45. Okay? So my smallest number, well, let's go for my highest first. My highest number is 78. So I'm going to put 78. My lowest number is 41. So I'm going to put 41. And now I'm going to subtract. 8 minus 7 is 1. 7 minus 4 is 3. I get 30. Wait, did I do this wrong? Oops, I did. Okay, whoops, I made a mistake. Okay, it's 41. I put 47. It's 41, my bad. So 8 minus 1 is 7. 7 minus 4 is 3. I get 37 degrees. A. Okay, number 7 says, what is the most common age among the ages in the table? So I'm looking for the most common, the number that appears the most. Okay, so for this, I'm going to see how many times they appear. So I'm going to start with the let's see. Okay, so I'm going to order them from least to greatest, okay? So let's see. My least one is 24. So I'm going to do it over here, 24. And then it's 25. And then it's 27, 28, 30, 32, 32 again, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 39, 42, 45, 45, 45 again, 46, and 89. Okay. So if I put this if I make my own stem and leaf plot, I can say, okay, this is my stem. This is my leaf. Okay. And so all the 2s, I'm going to go put 2 here. I'm going to do 4, 24, 25, 27, 28. Okay, now I'm at my 3s. I'm going to do my 3s. I have 30, 32, 32 again, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, and 39. Okay, I'm so sorry this is going into it. Okay, the next I have is 4. So I have 42, 45, another 45, another 45, 46. Okay, and then I go to my 8s, and I have 89. Okay, so I'm looking for the number that appears the most. Okay, so if you're looking at a stem and leaf plot, it's good to look at what digits on this side do you see appear multiple times. So I see the 2s appear multiple times. They appear 2 times. And then I notice that the 5s appear 3 times. So the 5s are the ones that appear the most. So I'm going to highlight it. Okay. So my number would be 45 appears the most, because I have these 3 5s in a row. So that is B. Okay. You can do it this way too, where you just order them from least to greatest and see, okay, which number appears the most. 45 appears the most. You can do it that way too, but since we are learning about stem and leaf plots, this is the way you can do it. As well as you can put tallies, okay? There's multiple ways you can do this. For 8, it says, what is the difference between the most and least number of books read? So my keyword here is difference. I'm going to subtract. Okay? Between the most and least. So my most, remember, it says 0, 5 means 5. So 0, 5, that just means I have 5. 0, 8 means I just have 8. 1 and 0 means I have 10. 1 and 2 means I have 12, okay? So the most is 35, okay? For my 3 here, my 5 here. My least is 5. So if I subtract, 5 minus 5 is 0. bring down my 3, I get 30. Number 9 says, if this data set were placed in a stem and leaf plot, which stem would not appear in the plot? Okay, so let me draw a stem and leaf plot here. Okay, I'm going to put my stem. I'm going to put my plot. Whoops, I'm going to put my leaf. Okay. And before I do that, it's best if I order the numbers from least to greatest, okay? So I'm going to do it over here. My least number is 27. Okay, cross it off. Let's see. Then it's 37. Oh, it's not 37. Okay, it's 34. Then it's 37. Okay, let's do my 40s now. So it's 43. And then it's 45. Okay, I'm going to do my, oh, whoops, I forgot one. I keep forgetting. It's 40, 43, 45, okay? And then now I do my 50s. So I have 52, 52 again, 53, 57, 58, I'll do it over here, 64, and 72, okay? So now, since I have them in order from least to greatest, it's easier for me to do this way now. So for my 2s, I have 27. Now I go to my 3s, I have 34, 37. Okay, now I go to my 4s, I have 40, I have 43, I have 45. Okay, now I go to my 5s, I have 52, I have 52 again, I have 53, and I have 57. Okay, then I have, am I forgetting one? I'm forgetting 58, and I have 58. Okay, then for my 6s, I have 64, and then for my 7s, I have 72. So now it says, which stem would not appear in the plot? So stem, these are my stems. I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It says which one would not appear? Which stem would not appear? So let's go through my answers. 7. I have a 7 here, so it can't be A. Okay, B says 8. I don't have an 8, so it might be that. Put a question mark. Okay, C says 2. I have a 2 here, so mark that out. D says 3. I have a 3 here, so mark that out. So the only answer would be B. Okay. 10 says, each student grew a bean plant. What height was the most common? So like I said, when we get these, we need to label them. So I have 1, 2. I have 2 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 dots. 1, 2, 3. 3 dots. 1, 2, 3. So the one with the most dots is this one, 1.5. So what's the most common height? 1.5 inches, because it has the most dots. Okay, so please, if you're having trouble, please go over these questions again, go over the videos. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know.